wild news, and we sort of heard some of the whispers throughout the Tonga-England series. I think Christian Wolff alluded to it a few times that, hey, that might not be set in stone just yet. Just
Absolutely,
sort of hold the phone on that one a little bit. But so I wasn't totally surprised by the news, but it's certainly disappointing, isn't it?
Oh, massively disappointing. You know, and it would have been a great chance for England to get revenge against Samoa for that semi-final defeat in the World Cup last year, but it's not to be. There's no point crying over spilt milk. We've now got to decide, A, whether England want opponents next October and November, and B, if they do, and obviously if it's up to Sean Wayne, I've got no doubt that they do want opponents. They want to play against somebody, and they want a stiff test, really, not an easy one. Then who's it going to be? We've given our readers in this week's League Express Readers Poll a choice of options. First of all, should we have a trip down under to take part in the Pacific Championship competition? I think that's going to be the favoured outcome. Secondly, a 3-match series against France. I don't think many people would go for that because they wouldn't think France was strong enough. Or a 3-match series against the Exiles, the overseas players selected from Super League. I don't think that would have the drawing power that they would like. Or a 3-week home international series involving Ireland, Scotland and Wales. And again, I don't think, you know, that would have a massive drawing power either. And then the final option is none of the above, which I think will probably also score fairly highly. It's an awkward one, Jake, because if we were going to go and play in the Pacific Championships next year, I've sort of suggested that, you know, if we did, we'd probably be in the Pacific Cup group with Australia, New Zealand, and perhaps Papua New Guinea because they won the bowl this year. You know, we could have a tour that encompassed games in Port Moresby, perhaps Sydney or Brisbane, and perhaps Auckland in New Zealand. And that'd be a great tour. You know, that'd be terrific for England. But there is one major stumbling block, and that is that we play our grand final, or this year we played our grand final 2 weeks after the Australian grand final. And on the same weekend that we played our grand final, the Pacific Cup was getting underway in Australia. So that would seem to rule us out of it unless we bring our grand final forward 2 weeks to give us the chance to jump on a plane and prepare properly for the, you know, for a tournament in those three nations. And believe me, we would need to prepare properly. You know, it would be asking for trouble to go out without any adequate time to prepare to play Papua New Guinea even in PNG, never mind Australia and New Zealand. So it's a dilemma facing the game, isn't it? But we'll see whether the people who run the sport in coordination with the clubs have the nous to sort it all out.